Well, winter has returned to the Northland, and before it's all over, we're going to have 6 to 8 inches of fresh snow, but it hasn't deterred this big flock of juncos that is migrating north from stopping by to get something to eat, and there's 100 or 200 of them all around our house. Well, Jesus said to Nicodemus, there are 2 kinds of life. There is physical life and there is spiritual life, and in order to go to heaven, you need to be reborn spiritually. And he said the key to that spiritual life is believing in him, believing in Jesus. Well, when I got saved, I didn't feel much of a difference. I was just the same old Al, but unbeknownst to me, God took away, just like that, foul language out of my conversation. And a couple of months later, a guy came to me and he said, Al, you have changed. You're not nearly as intense as you used to be. And I said, well, I don't know. I was saved a couple of months ago. The other thing God did for me, he put a burning desire in my heart to read and to study the Bible. But there were other sins like anger and other sins that I carried with me from my past. But over the years, with God's help, I have mostly gotten control over these sins, and I can tell you that I am free from the bondage and free from the slavery and free from the guilt of those sins. Oscar Wilde said this. He said, every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. That certainly was true for me. So I was a pretty sinful guy. But now, because I believe in Jesus, I have a future ahead of me in heaven. Well, how about you? Is your future secure in heaven? I hope it is. If not, please consider the claims of Jesus. And are you a Christian that's still struggling with habitual sin? I can tell you, you can drive, with God's help, you can drive that habitual sin out of your life. Use the resources available to you. There's things like counseling, and there's programs, and there's friends, and there's the Bible, and there's prayer. And together with God, if you work hard, together with God, you can drive that habitual sin out of your life, and you can be free from the guilt and the slavery associated with that sin. Well, here is your assignment. Number 1, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to talk to a Christian or 2 and ask them what changes happened when they first believed. Second thing, if this is applicable, please consider the claims of Jesus. Secure your future. And if applicable, if you have habitual sin in your life, work hard, work with God, and together you can drive that habitual sin out of your life. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Aloha, see you there, and remember what Oscar Wilde said. Every saint has a past, and every sinner a future. God bless you.